The first event of the European project Link EU, organized by the Intermunicipal Community of AVE in partnership with the European Association ENER'do AVE and co-founded by the European Union, was a success. For a couple of days, Guimarães hosted this initiative with the aim to celebrate the resilience of rural territories, to promote long-term cooperation and to build a shared narrative of rural communities across the European Union by organizing 4 main events across rural Europe. The first event took place in Guimarães and the next ones will be in France, Spain and Hungary. More than 30 people from Romania, France, Spain, Greece, Cyprus, Hungary and Portugal participate in the event. The participants gathered at the Landscape Laboratory to receive the welcome address of Adelina Paula Pinto, Vice President of the Municipality of Guimarães, Marta Coutada, Executive Secretary of ENER'do AVE and Gregório Stergio, representing ENER'do's President. Through workshops, expert meetings and dissemination of good practice, Link EU aims to improving the dialogue between local stakeholders, including citizens and local authorities, and European policies and institutions. The project involves technicians, non-profits and civil society organizations, local authorities and citizens from rural Europe, along with specialists, academics and decision-makers at national and European level. Marta Coutada, first intermunicipal Secretary of ENER'do AVE, opened the festivities with a warm welcome to all participants. Adelina Paula Pinto, President of the Landscape Laboratory, and on behalf of Domingos Bragança, President of the Municipality, and ENER'do AVE, followed by saying that Guimarães is a house of knowledge and with a lot of potential to grow and learn from each other towards more sustainability. The intervention from Gregório Stergio from the board of the ENER'do was guided by the enthusiasm of being in a city with environmental concerns, saying that cities like Guimarães can transform rural areas into resilient territories for a sustainable future. Even though Isabel Carvalhais, member of the European Parliament, could not attend in person, Marta Coutada read the message addressed to the participants, in which she stresses the need for a turnaround in rural areas and the need for more investments. The Secretary of State for Regional Development, Isabel Ferreira, also participated in the opening session via video, where she spoke about the importance of rural areas and the urge to preserve them and invest in their future. The environmental engineer of ENER'do AVE, Tiago Val, presented the Intermunicipal Plan on Climate Change Adaptation, Risk Preservation and Management of the AVE region. Isabel Loureiro, coordinator of the Guimarães 2013 mission structure, put forward the future plan for rural communities, including investment in infrastructure and mobility. She shares Guimarães' journey since European Capital of Culture in 2012 and what has been done to create an inspiring eco-city. Then, Céline Sainz, European Coordinator of ENER'do, invites participants to take part in a workshop tackling 3 major challenges for rural areas: mobility, rural-urban independence and the use of resources, and citizen participation and democratic practices. For each topic, participants identify the desirable outcome for tackling the challenge, the current barriers, existing good practices and ideas of solutions yet to experiment. This workshop was followed by the presentation of the Landscape Laboratory by the environmental education technician Guilherme Braga, who introduced the sustainability road in the city of Guimarães, including several points of interest such as retention basins, the gymnastic academy, the pedagogical gardens, Veiga de Creixomil, the city park, Couros and the Penha Mountain viewpoint. After this short introduction, the group visited the different sites with a more detailed explanation of their futures. Transport was provided by a 100% electric bus, one of the approximately 30 buses that circulate in the city municipality. The goal of this tour was to know the city and local culture, to exchange experiences and good practice, and to inspire visitors. The tour gave a clear message about the needs and potential of rural communities in climate action. The second day of work took place at the Museum Alberto Sampaio and promoted the meeting of members of the ENER'do network to prepare the future, which included the next event of the Link EU project, which will be held in Le Mont-of-Lyonnais, France, at the end of this year. Prospective and future concert cooperation projects among the participants were also discussed. The meeting was stimulated by the synergies between the countries represented through the participations of elected representatives of local authorities and technicians, as well as several investigations via Zoom during the session. Guimarães was the stage for new projects and cooperation for the years to come. Finally, the Cor de Tangerina restaurant provided a gastronomic experience to the approximately 30 participants who had the privilege of sharing their taste with different flavors. Cor de Tangerina was born 14 years ago through the act of a profound respect for nature and people, cultivating natural and integral foods. They work with local producers, fair trade and organic farming in order to provide moments at the table of greater knowledge and growth and lower the environmental footprint. This moment was also marked by the artistic performance of the musician Daniel Pereira Cristo, who gave a presentation of traditional instruments, sharing the sounds of traditional music from the Minho region.